You are watching CIOTV by Enterprise IT World, a production of Accent Info Media.
Hello and welcome to CIOTV.live. We have been speaking to the stakeholders in IT and cybersecurity to understand their viewpoints around the complexity, sophistication in the technology in the cyberspace. In today's date, it is very, very important to understand their mindset. Reason being, there has been a huge number of attacks. The landscape of attack is really, really wide due to good number of APT groups who are very active across the border. Along with that, we have got geopolitical situations, spillover effect happen. Whether you are with somebody or you are not with somebody, you are part of this game. So you are being dragged and your establishments get attacked, whether it is private, public, or government. Today, I have Mr. Balwant Singh. He is Chief Information Security Officer at DS Group. As you know, DS Group is into multiple businesses. Welcome, Mr. Singh, to this episode of CIO TV.
Thank you, Sanjay. Thanks a lot for having me on the show. And I really appreciate the way you are doing for, cybersecurity community. And I keep reading your, blogs and I keep watching your videos. So it's always good to have with you. Thank you very much.
All right. So in this episode, we will discuss about the strategies of these CISOs. The expectation is that you will share your learnings around CISO challenges, how to get rid of the problems that you will be facing. So my first question will be, what is the strategy against these sophisticated attacks? Nobody knows about the attack, where it generates, who are the perpetrators. We know about the dark web. We know some groups, but there are hundreds of groups very active in different regions in our neighborhood also. So what should be the strategy of this issue?
Rightly said, Sanjay, that we never know from where we have been facing these kind of attacks. And if you see nowadays, CISOs face a myriad of challenges in rapidly growing cyber threat landscape, right? And globally, if we look at the cyber security attacks, we realize that cyber attacks, have, cyber attackers have become highly skilled and well funded, and they have started offering cyber attacks as a service, right? So I believe CISOs need a strategic and multi-layered approach that involves the development of a comprehensive and adaptive strategy to effectively defend against the sophisticated cyber attacks. Further, I would like to say that ideally cyber security strategies uh, stay defensive in nature, right? However, now onwards, we need to consider that the nature of, after, seeing the nature of attacks and the way these attacks are taking place nowadays, strategies must go offensive as well. All right. So now coming to developing a strategy against the attacks, I believe it requires, uh, understanding the organization's business first. You need to understand the organization's business first. Then you need to understand the people, process, and technology. And we need to align these things with the cybersecurity roadmap, because this would help us to, explore how to rightly blend, people expertise, processes, and technologies, because these can help to drive the cybersecurity outcomes effectively. Further adding to cybersecurity strategy, I would like to add that we have been seeing that new technologies are coming, are evolving, and we should have a comprehensive and adaptive security framework as a baseline, right? We should have a real-time, threat intelligence integration. Then zero trust architecture is there, network segmentation is there, identity access management, So these are the aspects which we can, include in our cyber security strategy and can have a, effective strategy for upcoming time.
MITRE recommends attack. They say that you need to be compliant. That's kind of Bible for the CISOs, and they go by that Bible. Still, then the attacks happen. Mostly, it happens because of human intervention. There is insider threat, somebody leaking something, or there is social engineering attack, which is everywhere. So, what are you going to do about that?
Okay, that's a good question. So, we all of know that, micro attack is a kind of knowledge base that, describes the actions and behaviors of cyber adversaries, and providing a, comprehensive and detailed framework for understanding and categorizing the tactics and techniques used in cyber attacks. Now, I believe CISOs are really encouraged to stay informed about, the latest developments in the field of cybersecurity,
Mhm.
and a regular assessment of, the controls we have, their relevance, their applicability, that makes us, to respond to or to mitigate to cyber threats through these kind of, threat intelligence and analysis tools. Parallelly, we should have a kind of, incident response and readiness program in place so that we can immediately, respond to any incident which takes place, right? So I think this should be in place.
I know that these are the item numbers that you need to take, but uh, is your board or the board members, uh, giving support to you, listening to you properly, giving time to you? I mean, it's not personal, but then it's very generic. I'm asking you whether the board is agreeing whatever you are saying, whether the board is taking the stake in that.
See, whenever we talk about the board, we say that, everybody knows that board doesn't know about the technology. They know the business language, right?
Hmm.
And whenever we talk about the risks which are associated with the organization, that means we are talking about the risk. We are talking about the risk associated with the business outcomes, business operations. So whenever you are talking about the risk, not about the, I mean, technology, then definitely board, listens to your voice, right? So same likewise, we do here, whatever the risk we have, we highlight it to the management, and they take concern, in this.
Okay. Now the other thing comes, you raised also threat intelligence. Threat intelligence is a strategy. There are certain tools, and these are the technology gets consumed in silos or gets consumed along with something, maybe SOC kind of solutions.
I would say that threat intelligence is a proactive and strategic tool to defend against the evolving, cyber threats. No doubt, by, integrating threat intelligence into various aspects of cybersecurity programs, organizations can stay ahead of adversaries and can strengthen their overall security posture, right? And we all know that it's crucial to foster the board or other stakeholders within the organization and across the cybersecurity community.
Companies like yours, there are many companies which are conglomerates and they have got various stakeholders in various departments. CXOs, marketing has got CXO, sales has got CXO, and they keep on doing their own stuff. These days, IT is very consumerized. I can do anything. My CISO doesn't know, even CIO doesn't know. In that case, what is happening? How the CIOs manage, I mean, CISOs manage these things? That obviously those are the risks.
Right, exactly. Uh, See, it requires a kind of, holistic and collaborative approach
Mhm.
to address the diverse cybersecurity challenges across the organization or across the geographical locations, right? You may arise from different business units, challenges may arise from different locations, different offices, different business units. However, I would say that regular communication with the teams, a regular, awareness to the team and adaptation of the latest threats. I mean, how the threats are, executing themselves, and learning of, the kind of solutions we have, how we are incorporating those solutions, cybersecurity strategy in such a complex environment.
You said inculcating that information or inculcating the knowledge. Human is always human,
Exactly, right.
right?
And one more thing that I believe, adapting effective governance and leadership practices,
Hmm.
and engaging with stakeholders, managing risk, ensuring compliances, fostering information sharing and collaboration with the your counterparts is a vital role of a CISO, right? So that would help you to maintain a vigilant, stand against the cyber attacks.
Okay, a related question to it, you can avoid this one if you wish, that unless you are in a stakeholder position, absolute stakeholder position, that means if unless you sit in a position where people can take you seriously. Now, sales and marketing are two components of any organization which are vital. Even the CEO, CFO, their top of the mind concern is sales and marketing. Sales first and marketing second. Or for some organization, say marketing first and sales second. So how difficult is it or how challenging is it for a CISO to get along with those people, the stakeholders in those departments, even legal for that matter?
So again, sorry, again I would say that these people, if typically I would say that these people do not understand technology
Hmm.
as in terms of cyber security, right? Again, I would say that if you are talking about the risk, if you are talking about the kind of risk associated with their business vertical, then definitely they will take it seriously. And in my experience, this has happened with me as well. And what we did is, like, we make them understand about the risk which they are going to have in terms of cyber security with their business line. So making them understand about the risk would help you to go ahead with them as a team.
Do the CISOs do enough to make the workforce aware of the social engineering attacks? Do they do that exercise? Do they actually create some program, gamify, if I can say? These days, a lot of gamification happening on that front. People talk, but do they do that?
Yeah, see, I would say that we keep saying that human layer is the weakest layer.
Hmm.
And in all my training sessions, I always say in my office that, uh, people are the most valuable asset for any company.
Hmm.
But however, people are also considered as most vulnerable asset, right? So when we talk about the awareness is a vital part of cyber security strategy, and creating effective security awareness against social engineering attacks, insider threats,
Hmm.
involves a combination of kind of education, training, ongoing communication, understanding you need to understand the audience as well, that what kind of current awareness they have, right? And developing a kind of comprehensive training program and running them throughout the year, conducting phishing exercises, and using real life experiences, like what happens in our organization is that whenever we conduct the workshop, employees share their real life experiences, that what happened with them. This helps others to learn about these kind of attacks. So interactive workshops, floor sessions, mailers, posters, all these kind of activities must be running throughout the year across the organization at enterprise level. I would say that.
Now, you said running the program. Do you need to make people aware, say people that we are going to run this program? Otherwise, they are aware, they won't click anything. So they won't come into the trap. You won't come to the point that who is doing what. For example, you are doing an exercise where you are trying to trace whether people are becoming victim. It's a simulation that you are doing.
Yeah.
So are you inform that the employees or workforce that we are going to do this, or randomly you do?
No, we do randomly it, and after doing these tests, we share the results with them. We appreciate them as well, who report these kind of exercise as an incident. So
Hmm.
definitely, we have observed, we have measured that people are learning from these kind of phishing exercises or other cyber security exercises.
Okay, now these days OT is becoming vital for any manufacturing related or even um, retail space also, right? So that's another layer of security that these CISOs are taking care of, and those are very critical. What is
Right.
your views on OT security, OT and IT security? Both the securities are sitting on the different aisle altogether. Can there be convergence of both the things? Are there? Of course, there are solutions.
I think, yeah, solutions are there, but I think, implementing a comprehensive security strategy for OT environments involves a holistic approach, that combines technology, again, process and people. And I believe that regular assessments of your controls, regular updates, and collaboration between the IT and OT teams, these are the essential, things for maintaining a strong security posture. And this is what we follow actually.
Okay. Now, newest technologies I like artificial intelligence, even generative AI. Those are influencing, those are being weaponized by the adversary. Even
Mhm.
on this side, most of the companies, most of the solutions are coming with AI. So, what kind of role are you visualizing, say, in next couple of years?
So when I say, like, automation, OT, AI, generative AI, and security, uh, these all are very powerful allies of cyber security.
Mhm.
You talk about threat intelligence, you talk about incident response, DLP, EPP, user behavior analytics, anything. You talk about VAPT, IAM, these all solutions have, anyhow they have integrated with artificial intelligence, machine learning, and other things, enabling organizations to detect or respond to and mitigate cyber threats more effectively. But I would say that a balanced approach that combines human expertise with technological capabilities is very essential for addressing the kind of dynamic and evolving nature of the cybersecurity landscape.
Okay, now cybersecurity is, as the complexity is rising, you are integrating lots of solutions. That means you are actually loading the network with different kinds of applications and solutions to safeguard you. And there is a compromise of productivity as well. If in tech side there is more load on the network, definitely there will be latency in very raw language on the latency, and definitely there will be hamper of work, the productivity of the people. What is your experience? What is your learning around that? How should you balance both the things?
I think security should not be, uh, it security must be, as per your risk appetite, I would say. Whatever the risk appetite the organization has, accordingly your security must be integrated. It should not be over, or it should not be under the label, right? Because whenever we talk about security, we talk about threat, we talk about controls, we do kind of cost benefit analysis, and somewhere CISOs are also concerned about the budget, what they have. None of the CISOs get a blank check, right? So I would say that your risk should be controlled as per your risk appetite, as per your budget after doing the cost benefit analysis. And whatever you have, whatever the controls you have, that must be regularly checked, regularly verified, and must be regularly updated.
Okay, last question, that you have got options. Uh, Solutions are many. What are the right approaches that a CISO needs to take to find out a right solution? Because normally what happens, um, leaders, IT or security leader, they refer Gartners or IDC. Beyond that, there are many. Which startups are doing wonderful job. If I remember, CrowdStrike one point of time was a very small company. Today is one of the very valued companies. But when the CrowdStrike started, there was very less taker, right? So
Yeah.
what should be the lookout point of a CISO while going for evaluating any solution for the organization?
Whenever you are going for a solution, first of all, you need to understand the requirement, why this is required, right? You need to check what the existing controls you have, and if you are going for a new solution, what are the basic requirements you have to go for that particular solution. If you see nowadays, there are number of solutions available in market, and and I have seen that organizations have multiple solutions in place, even after they are running after the new solutions. So we need to balance that, what the current solution or current deployment we have, and what actually we need, basis on the risk we have, basis on the kind of threats are evolving, right? So a balanced approach is required to acquire the new solutions, and after doing or after evaluating the solution in a proper way, then I think we should go ahead for that particular solution.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Singh. Hope you do good job for your organization, for yourself, and for the fraternity. Thank you for taking time out and speaking to CIOTV.live.
Thank you, Sanjay, and it's really a pleasure to have with you. And I'm looking forward to next events as well. Thank you. Thank you very much.